Hey, this is BT with the MotoGP Le Mans GP review. Did I get that right? Anyway, man, that was a weird race, wasn't it? At least the GP part was. It was just, it was strange, man. It really was. Let's start off, of course, with Moto3. You know what? Props to the French fans. You know, the French get a bad rep. I've never been there. I've never been to France. I had one friend from France when I was in 6th grade, and he stole my sunglasses while he was at my house in my room. That's wrong, isn't it? His name was Pascal, and he stole my. We were playing air guitar. I remember that in my room, and he stole my glasses. Anyway, so I don't blame the French fans for Pascal in 6th grade for stealing my sunglasses, but anyway. He stole my sunglasses. But anyway, the French get a bad reputation. But I don't know why, but you know what, man? To see the stands filled, I mean, for practice. I'm talking about practice. Practice. You got to give them props. They came to practice. They filled the stands out. So props to the French fans. I don't know what the bad rep is with you guys. Anyway, thanks for coming out and filling the stands up. And let's get to the weird race. Brad Binder, that dude, if you watched it, I think it was an FP1. His bike just cut out. Okay, he had to push it to the paddock, and then for the warm up for the race, his bike cuts out. So his team, instead of going, let's find out what the problem is, they said, you know what, to hell with it. Let's just build you a new bike. They built him a new bike. They built him, you understand what I'm saying? They built him a new bike. Instead of finding out what the problem was, you know, like good mechanics do, they just said, to hell with it. You got a welding torch? Help me get this lug nut off, and let's get this guy a brand new bike. They built him a brand new bike. You know what that's like? It's like me saying, man, I got a cold. I'm going to go see a doctor, and him going, you know what? I don't know what the problem is. We'll just give you a full-body blood transfusion. Really? Yeah, we don't know what the problem is, but you know what? We're going to give you about 10 liters of blood. We're going to drain out your old blood, put some new blood in, and you should be good. That's what basically they did. What Brad Binder is doing, you know, I said at the beginning of the year there's no clear-cut winner in Moto3. I think Brad Binder is a clear-cut winner in Moto3. Brad Binder he's almost like Danny Kent was last year. He's like a man among men. He's a little bit more mature than the rest of those guys, but I think he went 33 races before he got his first win, so that's probably why. So 35, 30, something like that, in his 30s, as far as races go, before he got his first victory. So maybe that's it. But he's like a man among boys. Romano Fenati, I'm going to call that guy the weatherman, because you don't know what's going to show up. I mean, honestly, it's like he might qualify bad, and all of a sudden he's in the mix, or he might qualify very well, and you don't know what happens. Like, into the race, like, what happened? What happened? You don't know what's going to show up. So the weatherman did a great job. And then Brad Binder decided, hey, look at it. You know what time it is? It's time to kick your ass. And that's what he did. He did a great job toward the end. But Brad Binder is doing it. And BB is doing the damn thing. And Jorge Navarro, I feel for that kid, man. That kid has got to be just you ever watch a boxer after he gets knocked out? And then in the next fight, he's like, that's what Jorge Navarro is right now. I think the last race in Jerez, when Brad Binder came from last place and beat Jorge Navarro didn't even get a podium. I think that's playing tricks with his mind. His mind's got to be playing tricks on him. Honestly, Navarro's got to do something. I don't know what it is. The kid is always up at the front. He's in the top 3 at all times. He finally got a podium. Good for him. His teammate, Aaron Canet's a cocky little son of a bitch. You know what he did? Did you see him? Like, he got in front of Navarro, and he's like, hey, follow me. And Navarro's like, really? I'm the veteran here. And he's like, I know, man, but follow me. Anyway, he didn't get a podium. He almost ran Navarro off the racing line. Anyway, props to him, Aaron Canet, but props to Navarro for getting a podium, to Fenati, but I think it's Brad Binder's championship to lose, but it's still early in the season. It's not over yet. Anything can happen. We all know in Moto3, anything can happen. They're going to Mugello in 2 weeks, so that's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Anyway, Brad Binder looks like he's taking form to take the championship, but we'll see. Move on to Moto2. Alex Rins, or as I like to call him, Jorge Jr., was just so smooth. Did you watch? I mean, he's just smooth. The way he passed Luthi, the way he passed, I mean, he's just smooth, isn't he? You're just like, when you watch, that's like Alex Rins, you go, he's so smooth. Even Lorenzo goes, that dude is smooth. He's like a black dude on a Friday night trying to pick up a woman, right? That's how smooth he is. Like, hey, what's up, baby? That's how smooth he is. Alex Rins, great job by Rins. Jonas Folger, I feel bad for Jonas. He was happy. He's going to MotoGP. Congratulations to Jonas, by the way. You know, he signed with Tech 3. And you would think that alleviates some of the pressure, but he fell off the bike 3 times during the whole weekend, and he just couldn't get the bike settled. And I feel bad for Jonas. Tough weekend for him, but Alex Rins, great job. He was smooth the whole weekend. Smooth like a hot knife through butter, baby. Good job for him. Corsi, good job for Corsi. You know, he got second place. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me a little bit of Max Biaggi, doesn't he? Kind of like he's a good-looking dude, but I have a feeling that he thinks his shit don't stink. So other riders are like, yeah, whatever. And he seems like a little older, like he's a little precocious. Anyway, funny story about Corsi. We're at the airport in Qatar, and we're putting all our stuff through the security line, and his watch comes out, and I go, and he's looking for his watch, and I go, hey, that's my watch. And it was his watch, and he kind of like this. That's why I say that about him. But I thought it was kind of funny. I kind of took his watch, but I really didn't. But that's a funny story. Anyway, so that's what happened to him. Congratulations to Corsi, and congratulations to Alex Rins. That championship is going to come down to Valencia between Rins, Lowe's, and Rins, Lowe's, and I'm going to still say Folger. Anyway, congratulations to Alex Rins. I like to see him in MotoGP. Where does he go? What seat is going to open up for him? Maybe Tech 3. Maybe he goes to I don't know. But I like to see Alex Rins in GP and see what happens. Anyway, on the GP, that race was nuts. It was just a war of attrition out there. I don't know what happened out there, honestly. I think the craziest thing ever, and we all know what it was when Marquez and Dovi did synchronized low sides. They went 1, 2, 3, slide. They did the electric slide on the racetrack, basically. 1, 2, 3, slide. They both went down the same time on the same corner. The last time I saw that was like 4 years ago, with Paul Espargo and Tito Rabat. Remember? They were teammates, and they both went out the same exact thing. It's just weird how that happens, man. Just really weird. I thought, honestly, the rider of the race, as much as I want to give Vinales the credit, I kind of have to give it to a toss-up between Petrucci and Rossi, because Rossi just came through. You kind of counted him out. He wasn't really in the top 3 or 4 in the times or whatever for the whole week, but he came through in a race like Rossi always does. By the time he got to second place, the race was pretty much over. He couldn't catch Lorenzo, but Rossi ran a great race. Petrucci would have messed up. His hand was like this. I mean, I'm just imagining. His hand was like this, and he raced the whole race like that. He had an off in a warm-up, and he came back and he placed. I know he was in pain. I felt for the guy, Petrucci. Rider of the race, but toss-up between Petrucci and Rossi. Congratulations to Vinales, man. Vinales got a podium. I thought that was good. I think everybody was pulling for Vinales. He finally got the podium. And now, you know the rumors. I don't know. Does Vinales go to Yamaha? Is Pedrosa really going to Yamaha? What's going to happen if Pedrosa does go to Yamaha? What happens to Vinales? So you got to love GP. The actual race was, like I said, it was just weird. It was a strange race. I thought it was a great battle. Ducati has to be going, can November get here soon so we can get one rider who can stay on the goddamn bike? And that's what they have to be thinking that. Because honestly, but Iannone, you watch Iannone's interview, Iannone's kind of blaming Ducati, like, I don't know what happened. I wasn't even pushing, and the bike just fell. I mean, he said it. Watch his post-race interview. He's like, I don't know. The bike just got away. And I wasn't even pushing. He said he wasn't even pushing, and the bike got away from him. And remember, in qualifying, he said the bike just... So, something strange is going on. And poor Dovi. Honestly, Dovi and Alex Marquez should get together and go, hey, man, you guys want to do like a voodoo ritual and get this bad luck off our shoulder? Maybe we can get a cat's tail or a goat's tongue, and we stir it up and go double Doyle in trouble, because I don't know what the hell we're doing wrong. They can't seem to buy good luck. I wish Dovi the best. I don't know what Ducati's going to do, but you know what? It might be the bike. It really might be, because Iannone said he wasn't pushing. I don't know. I think it's very strange. But anyway, I thought the race was okay. It was interesting, the battles. It was great to see Vinales get the podium. Great for him. I thought Pol Espargaro, congratulations to him. He beat his brother. I think it's funny that he beats his factory brother. He's on a satellite ride and he beats his factory brother. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know why. I think it's kind of funny. But anyway, it's kind of like twins. They're not identical twins, they're fraternal twins, and the one twin beats the one twin, and they're not really friends. That's what it's like. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. I got carried away with the Moto 3, but I thought that was the best race of the day, really, Moto 3 was. I think a new star is born with Brad Binder. Congratulations to him. Rider of the race in Moto 2, got to go to Alex Rins. Rider of the race in Moto GP. Toss up between Rossi and Petrucci. Congratulations to Petrucci. And I tell you what, Marquez, I don't know what to say, but he got points. He got points. He got back on the bike and he got points. The maturing of Marquez might be the difference in this season. We're looking at one of the greatest seasons in MotoGP already. Everybody has had an off. Everybody's had a podium. It's just, I think it's really weird to say, but right now this is one of the greatest seasons in MotoGP. At the end of the season, you'll see this is. So it's interesting to see what Mugello's going to hold, how the Italian fans are going to treat Marquez. Man, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be Edapazzi. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate you guys listening, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. And I'll see you guys in Mugello. Peace.